Alright, here's me ranking all of the 5YL redesigns. Part 1. Today, we're talking about Heat Blast, and I'm gonna be honest, based off of what we see here, I actually really like it. I like how, right here, you can see that, it's sort of like a reference towards, Ben 10,000, or the first one, where there were, holes in his shoulders and, flames would come out. There's no flames coming out, but I'm assuming they can come out of there. I think. I can sort of see throughout, his entire, design, there's, a little bit of inspiration between, all of the different versions of Heat Blast through all 4 series. And I really also, really like the pants, socks, whatever these, what are these? I don't really know what type of clothing this is, but, it looks, and I would give this, specifically, a 10 out of 10. Alright, here's rating all 5YL redesigns of, Ben 10's aliens, part 2. This time, we're talking about Wild Mutt, and, yeah, this one, I'm gonna be honest, not that bad. I mean, personally, I think the tail here is a little bit weird, because I don't remember him having a tail, so they might have added that. Also, I think the whole, helmet thing is kind of dumb to me. I don't think, personally, it just looks dumb, and I really don't like it. The entire suit itself, I really don't like. I'm going to be completely honest. The only thing that's, I'm okay with is the tail, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else I really like. I'd probably rate it a 7 out of 10. Alright, here's another video of talking about 5YL's redesigns. This is part 3. We are now talking about Diamond Head, which, yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about him. He pretty much looks exactly the same as, there's nothing really that different. I mean, I like the suit. The suit I really like. I'm gonna be honest, I like this design even better than the classic design. You can fight me on that. I like the little, crystal, chin thing that he has going on, too. That's not that bad. I really like it. I mean, the only problem I got is, his feet. His feet look a little bit weird. They look too small in my eyes. I don't know. It just looks a little bit weird. Or at least to me, that is. Yeah, I like it like the original. 10 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on rating the 5YL alien redesigns. Part 4. Today we're talking about Accelerate, and yeah, his is not really that bad. I don't really mind it. The only one part on it that really bothers me is the little orbs. The little orbs and his claws. Personally, I like it when they were black or whatever. It just seems nicer. And plus the coloring on his skin is just a tad bit weird. Also, what's with that little diamond or triangle thing on his forehead that looks like an arrowhead? I don't know what that is, but it looks a little bit weird, but I don't hate it. Also, his face looks a little bit odd. I can't really describe it, his chin part's a little. Here's the masked version as well, and personally, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on me rating 5YL designs, part 5. Now, we're talking about gray matter. Yeah, I don't like it as much. Not really that much. It's mainly having to do with his clothes or whatever. It's just, if they would have made it, more like a leotard or something like that, it would have been fine with me. Also, what is it with that, patch, on his shoulder there? It looks a little weird to me. There's also, that part under his chin or whatever. That's just, it's just a little weird to me. It's just all weird. Or at least in my eyes, it is. Just odd. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Alright, here's me rating all 5YL redesigns, part 6. We are now talking about forearms, and I think his like whole entire redesign in this is actually really nice. It fits him very well. I like the arm guards. It looks or gloves, whatever you call it. Both really, because it's technically two parts, I think. Both the arm guards and the gloves just fit him very well, and I just now noticed they're all on his on all of his arms. That's really nice. Like the shoulder pads are a nice touch or whatever, because like they're a warrior race, so he has to have like armor on. The beard and the ponytail is a nice touch. I like, and whatever was going on near his like midsection, I kind of like that as well. If I'd have to rate this, 7 out of 10. All right, this is me rating all the 5YL redesigns, part 7. We are now talking about Stinkfly, and yeah, I don't like it. Like the shape of his wings. Like, I mean, his legs are fine. Like his legs and arms are fine, but like his face, I don't like. Like I don't like the shape of his jaw or anything like that. The stripes like on his like I would assume to be his forehead. His little like eye mandible things or whatever, or iPods. They're kind of a little weird. Like his little suit, like the black and green, is kind of fine. I like the coloring. The wings are shaped weird to me. I don't know. It's a little. The tail's a little just off to me as well. I don't know how to feel about it. I would probably just give it like a 4 out of 10. Alright, here's me talking about 5YL Redesigns Part 8. Today, we're talking about Ripjaws, and I kind of like the looks of him. I do like the touch of them giving him like a little like neck harness thing for like water and stuff. I like that little touch. I really the entire suit fits him really well. I really like it. I think the white just fits Ripjaws. So like the white throughout, the design is really nice. They also got like a little like white lines on his little angular fish thing. I really like that. He's got a little, place where it shows his abs for some reason, but alright. He sort of got sideburns and like a little goatee. That's kind of interesting to see. And here's his underwater form. I'll rate it a 7 out of 10. Alright, here's me rating 5YL Redesigns Part 9. Today we're talking about Upgrade, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I see that they decided to pull through with the little patches and stuff that I really don't like. I really think it's dumb, but whatever. The circuit design throughout all of him is actually really nice. It's really cool, and I prefer the green to black than the white to black. It just looks better. Although, I hate that it's like a little bit purple and that like the Omnitrix is on his hand instead of like on his chest. I would rather it be on his chest than on his hand, personally. I'd rate this a 6 out of 10. Alright, here's me talking about 5YL Redesigns, part 10. And rounding up the original 10, we are talking about Ghost Freak today, and I really like what they did to his design. Well, except for his little, like, ghost tail thing. Why is it blue? Like, why is it blue and white? If it was black and white, like the original, I would like it. Although I like the little bone claws that they have, as well as, like, the black parts in his, like, around his chest or whatever to simulate, like, a rib cage or something like that. The lines all over his body is also, like, a really great touch. Even, like, the stuff like the, like, elbow spikes, or just the shape of the head kind of looking like, one of those souls from Soul Eater. It's really nice. I'd rate this a 9 out of 10. Alright, we're talking more about 5YL's Redesigns, part 11. Today we're talking about Cannonbolt, one of the, extra aliens that Ben got. The very first one, I think. I'm not positive on that, but that's what they have in an order on the wiki, so this is the way I'm going. Anyway, just talking about like the way he looks. I think he actually looks not that bad. I mean, the green lines like under his claws are a little weird. Plus, the placement of the Omnitrix just seems dumb to me. Like, I think it would be better like if it was like on his like forehead, maybe like between his eyes or something like that. I don't know, or maybe in like his midsection possibly. But that's like pretty much the only problem I have with this design. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. All right, we're talking about 5YL's redesigns, part 12. Today we're talking about Wildvine, and I don't like it, like, at all, really. Like, I really hate it that he has, like, hair and, like, kind of a beard going on. I don't really... Also, the gloves here make no sense. Because his arms are vines, right? Wouldn't the gloves restrict his movements with his hands and stuff? Wouldn't that be kind of dumb? As you can tell, based off of what I'm saying, I like the original, like, classic design way, way more than pretty much any of the other designs, which I think is just, like, what, one other? I mean, I don't really have much else to say on it. I'll probably give it 5 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on rating all of the alien redesigns in 5YL, part 13. Today, we're going and talking about Benwolf, or Blitzwolfer, whichever one you want to call him. Funnily enough, this is actually my favorite alien out of literally the several hundred that he has. And I like that they tried to stick more to the original classic design, which I very much appreciate, since I really did like the classic design. Omniverse's design was a little bit too fluffy, I guess. Although personally, I think the green on the leotard or whatever on him is like a little odd in my eyes, at least. But you know, it's not too much of a big deal. It's not really that bad. I'd give him like a 9 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on 5YL redesigns, part 14. Today, we're talking about Snarrow, which he's literally just an alien mummy. I like what they did, like, with the whole green and black little robes that he has, like, around his body. It's very nice. And plus, they incorporated, like, a little bit of, like, Omniverse's design. In his like headpiece and stuff like that, which is really nice. We also learn later that like his head is like the actual part of his body. The rest is just the wrappings that like he can control or anything like this. So yeah, I also love the Omnitrix placement. It looks really nice. I also like the little like chest and midsection area that kind of looks like ribs or anything like that. It looks really nice. The entire design looks. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on 5YL redesigns, part 15, I think. This video, we're talking about Frankenstrick, and just to start off, I like what they did with him. Just looks more Frankenstein-like. I don't really like the, like, little middle part there. It looks a little weird for my taste, but, you know, it's a Frankenstein's monster-type alien, so of course he's gonna look weird. Personally, I think the, like, little nodes, or, I don't know, the electrical things on his back, they look a little bit too big. Like, they look way too big for him, if you know what I mean. Like, it makes no sense for them to be that big. The ponytail's a nice touch, like, with the beard, as well as, like, the little gauntlets or whatever, and the pants pretty much look the same as the original, I'm pretty sure. I'd give this a 7 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on 5YL redesigns, part 16. Today, we are talking about Upchuck, as you can see here, and he hasn't really changed that much in comparison to many of the other designs, of him. Technically, there's like another version of him or whatever. I don't know if this is like a perk or merc or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. The designs on his tongues kind of remind me of pickles, and I have no idea what. Just his whole entire like his like chin and stuff reminds me of pickles. Like especially in animated series where they have like pickles and stuff, and the way that make him look. They had those bumps and shit. Yeah, that's just what it reminds me. The suit's nice. His entire design, like he looks like normal. Like I have no disagreements with it. It's fine. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. All right, here's another video on 5YL redesigns, part 17. This time we're talking about this little guy, Ditto. And I like how they leaned more into like the cartoonish like design that he has, because he kind of did look a little cartoony. Plus he had the same, voice actor as Yakko Warner, so like it makes sense why they would make him more cartoonish looking. And I love how they did put the Omnitrix logo, or the Omnitrix itself, like on his hand, because I think that just fits him well. And they kept the little orbs that he has like on him as well. I really like this design. It's not really that bad. I think the stripes on like his legs and stuff are a good like detail, as well as like the lines at the base of his feet. And like I like it. Like they had little designs to his overall features, and it makes him look nice and cartoony. I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Alright, here's another video on 5YL Redesigns, part 18, I think. We are now talking about Eye Guy, and, yeah, no, I don't really like this design at all. Like, I feel like even the previous designs that I technically didn't like as much, like, this one I just felt didn't have the same... I can't really describe it, really. The pants are fine. The pants I don't really have a problem with. I don't really like he has, like that little scruff, or what do you call it? Like that, when your beard is growing in or whatever, or you just shaved it and it's now starting to come in again, like that type of thing. I don't like it that he has that at all. It makes me uncomfortable. It also looks like he shaved his head too. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry. All right, here's another video on 5YL's redesigns, part 19, and we got Way Big. And the amount of hatred I have towards this design is immense. I mean, the whole point of like the original like Way Big design is supposed to be based off of Ultraman. And I loved that design, but then you look at this, and it's just like, what is he? He looks like he's completely made out of bone, which I don't like. I hate. Like, he looks like something that came out of like Avatar. Like, not. It's just I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I just despise this design. Just 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 for the whole entire thing. Alright, here's another video on 5YL's Redesigns, part 20. Today we're talking about Art Iguana, and his design, it's not actually that bad. I actually like this design. The suit is a little, weird for him, but like, it's not that bad. Like, I wish we could, like, instead of his tail being concealed in like the suit or whatever, if we had that, like, just not there. But it's not that big of a deal. It's not really that bad. Also, I like the whole like beard mustache thing he's got going on. It's real. I like it. Also, are those like gills or something? I never know. Does regular Iguana actually have gills? I've never noticed that before. The placing on like the Omnitrix seems fine, but it just seems too small to me. Like, it just seems way too small. But anyway, I'd probably rate this an 8 out of 10. It's really nice. Alright, here's another video of me talking about 5YL redesigns, part 21. Today we're talking about Buzzshock, and it's weird. I don't like the basically onesie that he has, or the weird kind of swimsuit thing going on. I don't like it at all. If they changed the green parts like right here or whatever, and change it to like black, and have like keep this white part. I don't know about the middle like battery bar in the middle. That's kind of I don't think that's really needed. And like, you can get rid of the goggles. They don't really need the goggles. I don't really the goggles just I don't like it personally. I don't know. But I would give it like 5 out of 10, possibly. I don't hate it. 5 out of 10. Here's another video on talking about 5YL redesigns, part 22. We got the final alien in the classic playlist, Spitter. Now, Spitter technically only showed up once in the series, and he doesn't really change too much. Yeah, they're even between this one and like the classic design, and I guess Alien Force, and we haven't seen him in Omniverse. He doesn't look that bad. I mean, the suit itself looks weird on him, but he looks weird anyway. So, like, you know, not much of a difference. I do like that the Omniturk symbol is on his little belly. I think that's like kind of a weirdly adorable. I don't know. His design, I like his design. I think he's unique. I'll give him, just to be generous,